Hey everyone, so it seems like you're really interested in keeping your pets happy and healthy.
In Winston-Salem.
Exactly. And we've got a ton of great info for you today.
Yeah, we do.
Told straight from a local vet's notes and this recent article about pet care.
Specifically in Winston-Salem.
You got it.
So think of this as your guide to navigating pet care in Winston-Salem.
I'm perfect.
All right, so one thing that really stood out to me, Winston-Salem's climate, those warm summers, mild winters,
Yeah?
it's actually pretty unique. It's not like other places.
Right.
And it creates some challenges for pets.
Okay, so what kinds of things are we talking about here?
Well, you've got to think about heat stroke, right? Especially in those summer months.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And certain breeds, like your bulldogs and pugs,
Those little guys.
they're more susceptible, because of their short noses.
Makes sense.
They can overheat really quickly.
So what can you do if you have one of those, like a brachycephalic breed?
Right. So first off, just being aware of the risks, that's huge.
Yeah.
Avoid exercise during the hottest parts of the day. Always have shade and fresh water available.
Makes sense.
And this is where that local vet comes in.
Okay.
They can give you advice, specific to your pet.
Like personalized?
Exactly, for their breed, their lifestyle, all of that.
So regular checkups, those are definitely important then.
Please.
Especially for those short-nosed pups.
Absolutely. And you know what else Winston-Salem pet owners should watch out for? Allergies.
Oh, really?
The vet's notes mentioned it. Tons of cases in the area.
Huh. Oh, I never would have thought about that.
Yeah, Winston-Salem has a lot of pollen, both spring and fall.
Oh, that's right.
So seasonal allergies, they can really flare up in pets.
And so how does that even look in a pet?
Itchy skin, ear infections, excessive licking or chewing, things like that.
Wow, just like humans.
Pretty much. And vets, they can figure out what your pet's allergic to
Oh?
and then recommend treatment, whether it's medication, special shampoos, even diet changes.
Okay, so that's something else to keep on the radar. All right, so we've got heat stroke, allergies. What else did those vet notes say?
Parasite prevention year-round, super important in Winston-Salem.
Okay.
We're talking fleas, ticks, heartworms, you name it.
The whole 9 yards.
Because the winters, they're not harsh enough to kill those things off.
Oh, so you can't let your guard down.
Even in the colder months, nope.
Wow, even if it seems like there are no bugs around.
You gotta be vigilant. And your vet, they're the best resource for this.
Oh,
They can recommend the most effective preventatives, based on your pet.
gotcha.
So we've got heat stroke, allergies, parasites, anything else unique to Winston-Salem.
Yeah, anything else?
Dental problems, tons of them.
Really? Why is that?
It's not totally clear, but the vet thinks it might be the water.
The water.
Yeah, it has higher mineral content, which can lead to faster plaque and tartar buildup.
Huh, so something as simple as the water.
It can have a big impact on their dental health.
Fascinating.
And this is another reason why those regular checkups, so vital. They can catch that early, recommend dental cleanings,
Right.
preventative measures.
So I'm seeing a theme here. Winston-Salem has some unique things that can impact pet health
You got it.
and regular visits to a local vet.
Key.
Key to staying ahead of the game.
That's it. It's all about having a vet who understands the area, right?
Right.
Who can give tailored advice for your pets.
Perfect. And you know what else is important? Vaccinations.
Oh, absolutely. Those are essential.
Vet's notes, a whole section on those.
Yeah, vaccinations, they're like the cornerstone of preventative care.
Okay.
And in a city like Winston-Salem, where you have lots of dogs and cats,
Yeah, they're everywhere.
it's crucial to protect them from those communicable diseases.
Okay, so let's break it down. What are the core ones, the ones every pet owner should know?
All right, so for dogs, the big ones are rabies, distemper, adenovirus, parvovirus, and parainfluenza.
That's a mouthful.
It is, but they're often combined into one vaccine, DHPP.
The HPP. Okay, I've heard of that, but remind me what those diseases actually are.
So rabies, that's a fatal viral disease.
Yeah.
And it can be transmitted to humans.
Right, so it's not just about protecting the pet.
It's public health, too.
Okay.
Distemper, that's highly contagious, often fatal.
Wow.
It affects their respiratory system, gastrointestinal, nervous system,
So pretty much everything.
pretty much. And then you've got adenovirus and parvovirus.
Yeah?
They can cause serious gastrointestinal problems, especially in puppies.
Oh, no.
And then parainfluenza, that's a respiratory infection, can lead to kennel cough.
Kennel cough, right?
So these are all pretty serious diseases.
They are.
And while they're not unique to Winston-Salem, having a lot of pets in close proximity,
Yeah.
it increases the risk, so vaccination, it's that much more important.
Got it. Okay, so that's dogs. What about cats?
Cats, you've got rabies, of course, and then FVRCP.
FVRCP.
Yeah, stands for feline viral rhinotracheitis, calicic virus, and panleukopenia.
Okay, I am not going to remember that.
Don't worry about it. Just remember FVRCP. But basically, those are all highly contagious viral diseases.
Right.
And they can be really rough, especially on kittens.
Oh, man.
So rhinotracheitis and calicivirus, those cause upper respiratory infections.
Okay.
And then panleukopenia, sometimes called feline distemper,
Right.
affects their gastrointestinal and immune systems.
Oh, wow. So just like with dogs, these are serious.
Absolutely. And they can spread quickly, especially in a city with lots of cats.
Yeah, Winston-Salem definitely has that.
And remember, these are just the core vaccines.
Right.
Your vet might recommend others depending on your cat's lifestyle and risk factors.
Okay, so we've got the rundown on vaccinations for both dogs and cats.
We go.
Is there anything else we should know about keeping our pets safe from diseases here?
Keep them up to date on their vaccinations throughout their lives.
Oh, so it's not a one-time thing?
Nope. Booster shots are needed.
Okay, so those annual checkups?
Perfect opportunity to make sure they're getting those boosters.
Great advice.
And always best to talk to your vet about the right schedule for your pet.
Okay, makes sense. Now let's switch gears a bit and talk about parasites.
All right.
Both the vet's notes and the article mention those.
Yeah, and Winston-Salem, it's a haven for fleas and ticks,
Ugh, I hate those.
especially during those warmer months.
Right.
Heartworms are a concern, too, because of all the mosquitoes.
Yeah, well, with all the humidity.
Exactly. They thrive here, and then you've got intestinal worms.
Oh, yeah.
Always a possibility, especially with puppies and kittens.
It's like a parasite party out there.
That's why year-round prevention is so important.
You keep saying that. I'm starting to believe you. But how do you even know if your pet has parasites?
Good question. Sometimes the signs are subtle,
Okay.
like a dull coat or some digestive issues.
Subtle, yeah.
Other times it's obvious, like you see fleas or worms.
Right.
But the best way to know is testing.
Testing. Okay, what kind of testing are we talking?
Fecal tests for intestinal worms.
All right.
Blood tests for heartworm disease.
All right, so pretty routine stuff.
Pretty routine, and it can catch those parasites early.
Which is key.
Exactly. Early detection, it prevents more serious problems down the line.
That makes sense. Now, you said heartworms are transmitted through mosquitoes.
Right.
Is there anything specific to Winston-Salem that people should know about that?
Well, because it's so warm and humid here,
Yeah.
mosquitoes are active for longer
Oh, okay.
compared to other places. So the risk of heartworm infection, it's higher.
So year-round prevention.
Absolutely essential.
No skipping those monthly pills.
Even in the winter, nope.
All right, good to know. We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From regular vet visits to diseases and parasites to watch out for.
Yep.
Anything else pet owners in Winston-Salem should keep in mind?
Early detection of health problems.
Early detection. Okay, yeah, that's super important. Catch it early.
Exactly. And vets here in Winston-Salem,
Yeah.
they're really good at spotting those subtle signs, before it becomes a big issue.
Like what kind of things?
Changes in weight, appetite, behavior, even the way your pet walks.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
They'll also check for things like dental disease, skin conditions, joint problems.
During those routine exams.
Exactly. So it's not just about the shots.
Right.
It's about having those trained eyes looking for any potential issues.
Got it.
No matter how small.
Okay, so Winston-Salem, pretty diverse pet population too, right?
It is.
I mean, dogs, cats, birds, reptiles, you name it.
We've got it all.
Does that play a role in finding the right vet care?
Absolutely. You want a vet with experience with your type of pet.
Right, because a cat and dog vet might not be the best for a bearded dragon.
Exactly. You want someone who understands their unique needs, potential challenges.
Okay, so finding a vet who's a good fit for you and your pet.
Super important.
I'm guessing the vet's notes had some insights on that too.
They did. They stressed the importance of building a good relationship with your vet,
Okay.
especially when your pet's young.
Why is that?
Those early visits, they're a chance to get them off to a good start, Vaccinations, parasite prevention, even behavioral training. And as they grow, the vet gets to know them, their quirks, their history,
Yeah.
so they can provide more personalized care as they age.
Like a trusted partner in their healthcare journey.
Exactly. And speaking of aging, let's talk about senior pet care.
All right, let's do it. My dog's getting up there in years.
Yeah.
Needs a little more TLC these days.
I hear you. So what should we be thinking about as they enter their golden years? More frequent wellness exams, at least twice a year.
Twice a year. Okay, why is that?
Well, As they get older, they're more susceptible to health problems,
Yeah.
and those problems can progress faster.
Makes sense.
So those checkups, they help the vet catch anything early,
Okay.
manage it effectively.
So it was all about being proactive,
Absolutely.
staying ahead of those potential problems.
Exactly. And it's important to remember that their needs might change as they get older.
What do you mean?
Well, like their diet might need adjusting. Maybe they need more joint support
Okay.
or medication for age-related conditions.
Right. So being observant and communicating with the vet
So important.
about any changes.
Exactly. Even subtle changes, behavior, appetite, mobility,
Right.
could be clues that something's off.
The vet's notes actually mention some specific signs of pain.
Oh, yeah. What were those?
Difficulty getting up or down stairs, limping, decreased stamina on walks, reluctance to be touched, or even accidents in the house.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize accidents could be a sign of pain.
Yeah, it can be.
Interesting.
Like if they have arthritis, it might be hard to get outside in time.
That makes sense. So what can vets do to help with pain in senior pets?
Well, there are a variety of options. It depends on the source and severity.
Okay.
They might recommend pain medication, joint supplements, physical therapy, even acupuncture.
Wow. So there are a lot of options
There are lots of tools in the toolbox.
to help them stay comfortable.
And happy.
Exactly. And the good news is vets are getting better at treating pain in pets.
That's reassuring.
It is.
So as they age, it's important to be even more vigilant about those checkups and communicate openly with our vets
Absolutely.
about any concerns.
Yep. It's all about giving them the best quality of life in their golden years.
And speaking of quality of life, we haven't even touched on all the amazing resources Winston Salem has for pet owners.
Oh, yeah. So many.
Like, we have some fantastic dog parks here, right?
We do. Winston-Salem is super dog-friendly.
It is.
Plenty of parks, trails, even pet-friendly patios at restaurants.
Love that and that active lifestyle.
It can impact their health.
Which brings us back to those vet visits.
Full circle.
A vet can help tailor their care to their activity level and lifestyle.
Precisely. Like if your dog's a hiking buddy,
Right.
they might need different joint support than a dog who just strolls around the block.
That makes so much sense. And speaking of tailoring care, remember how we talked about Winston-Salem having such a diverse pet population?
Oh, yeah. All those different kinds of pets.
Right. Dogs, cats, birds, reptiles. It's like a mini zoo.
It is. And the article really emphasized the need for vets who have specialized expertise.
Oh, that's right.
Depending on the type of pet you have.
So if you've got a bearded dragon or a parrot,
Right.
you wouldn't want to take them to a vet who only specializes in cats and dogs.
Exactly. You want someone who understands their unique needs.
And potential health challenges.
Yep.
That's a great point. You know, I wouldn't want to take my gecko to a vet who's only ever treated puppies.
Right.
Exactly. Now, this next part is something I think a lot of pet owners don't think about until they need it.
What's that?
Emergency care.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's one of those things you hope you never need, but you got to be prepared.
Yeah, for sure.
So, do you know where you'd take your pet in Winston-Salem?
If there was an emergency.
Exactly, like outside of your regular vet's hours.
Honestly, I hadn't really thought about it. I just figured there'd be an animal hospital or something.
Well, there are a few things to consider.
Okay.
Some vets in Winston-Salem offer after-hours care,
Okay.
while others partner with animal hospitals that
Yeah.
can handle those urgent situations.
Okay, so it's worth asking about when you're choosing a vet.
Absolutely. Knowing those resources are there, it gives you peace of mind.
For sure.
Imagine your dog eats something they shouldn't, or your cat gets sick after hours.
Right.
Having a plan, it can be life-saving.
Yeah, you're right. Better to be prepared than to panic in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
And this brings up a bigger point, too. Finding a vet you really connect with.
Oh, yeah. That's huge.
It's crucial.
It's not just about convenience or online reviews.
Right.
It's about trust, feeling comfortable, aligning with your values on pet care.
Because let's face it, as pet owners, we're going to have questions, concerns, maybe even some freak out moments.
Yeah, for sure.
Having a vet you can talk to openly
So valuable.
is so important.
It's a partnership, right?
Yeah.
You, the vet, and your furry friend all working together for the best possible life.
This whole deep dive has been so eye-opening.
I agree.
Even for someone like me who likes to think I know a thing or two about pets. What stands out to you, like the most important thing we've learned?
I think that reminder about preventative care.